Hi guys, it's Natalia here. I've had a lot of comments recently about my makeup that I tend to use in a lot of videos, and I thought I'll just do a really quick sort of get ready with me video and sort of show you what I apply. This is seeming to be my sort of go-to look at the moment, especially coming into the warmer weather. I sort of adjust my makeup to suit the weather, in that I like to wear more of a sheer foundation as opposed to a really thick foundation. So I thought I would just put my makeup on and sort of show you what I'm using, and yeah, so let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to apply the dropping it everywhere. Embrolyse Lait Concentrate moisturizer just all over my face. So every day I cleanse my face every morning with a glycolic cleanser, and I also exfoliate my face each morning as well before I apply makeup, because I find my skin does get really dry. So if you do want to see a sort of a skincare routine, let me know. I'll certainly be able to put that together for you. I actually use that as a primer. You can use the Embrolyse moisturizer as a primer, and I find that it does work quite well. If I'm going out for a really long period of time and I do want my makeup to stay all day, then I would apply another primer. Once it's soaked in, I will apply a primer on top of that, but just for every day-to-day use, so don't worry about it. And the foundation I'm going to be using is the MAC C6 foundation, the MAC Face and Body. You do have to give this a really good shake. So just apply that to the back of my hand, and using the Real Techniques buffing brush, I'm just going to start applying it to my face. Now this foundation does give a sheer coverage, but as you keep buffing it in, it does actually get a bit thicker. I don't find that personally it gets that much different, but you can sort of tell a difference once you do start buffing it into your skin. Now this foundation does give a really dewy finish to your skin, so if that's something you don't like, if you've got oily skin, this might not be the foundation for you, or you would really need to get a mattifying powder to powder it down. I, on the other hand, get really dry skin, so I do like the dewy effect that it gives to my skin, because I find a lot of the thicker foundations just sort of really make the dryness of my skin stand out. So each to their own, really. It's worth a shot. If you are thinking of trying MAC Face and Body and you do have oily skin, go into a MAC counter and ask to try it and wear it all day first, and that way you can sort of see how your skin wears, how your skin looks at the end of the day once you've worn it. So that's the foundation, really quick and easy. It does give myself a really nice dewy look. Now for concealer, I use two concealers. I use the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser for under my eyes, just to sort of get take away the dark circles and sort of brighten it up a bit, because it is a bit lighter than my foundation colour. And then I use Studio Sculpt Concealer in NW35, and I use this one to hide my blemishes, because that one does a really good job with that. So I'll just start the under eye one first. I'll get it in right into the inner tear duct area there and just sort of sweep it under. And just bring it down a bit. I am loving this foundation. I think it does such a good job. This concealer, sorry. And I just blend it in with my ring finger. And then for any redness that I may have or any spots, like I said, just use the Studio Sculpt Concealer. Just dab it on my finger and apply it like around my nose and on any blemishes that I have, spots that I want to conceal. So that's the face done. Like I said, if you are someone who wants to powder, feel free to put a powder on now. I don't powder on a day-to-day basis, only when I really want my foundation to last a long time. But on a regular day-to-day basis, I'm fine with not powdering. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Next step, contour. Just use the MAC Matte Bronze for contouring. As you can sort of see, I've used quite a bit of it. It is a shade that is dark enough to see on my skin tone, which is why I love it, and it's also matte, which is perfect for contouring. So I'm just going to use the Real Techniques contour brush. Get a bit on. You don't need to be heavy-handed with this bronzer. You can just do it, feather it on really lightly for contour, so you don't get a bit over the top. So Sort of say, I don't. I just saw it on the camera, and it looks so much darker on the camera than it actually is. So it's not that scary. Let me assure you. Just put it up in the temples to help the cheekbones stand out a bit more. And I also go and run it just under my jawline, but starting behind the ear. That way it can really define this corner of your jaw if you start behind your ear. Just going to run a tiny bit down each side of my nose, just on the side of the bridge there, not down sort of the bottom. And that's it for contouring. Quite easy. Now for blush, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize blush in Gleeful. I've had this in my monthly favourites a few times. It is a really sort of gorgeous, shimmery, reddy pink colour. And the brush I love applying this blush with is the MAC 187. As you can tell, I actually used this yesterday. That's how much the brush can pick up, and that's sort of the colour of it there. So just dab it in, swirl around, tap off. Now the reason I like this brush is because it doesn't really over apply. It can apply quite sheerly, so I just go start at the back of my start at my hairline and just sort of blend forward. I don't often put blush on the apples of my cheeks because that's not really personally a look I like wearing, so I just sort of start from the back, and I normally end at the corner of my eye when I look straight ahead into the mirror. So let's just apply the blush. Move on. So that's the face pretty much done. Next I'm going to move on to eyes, and this is really simple. For my regular go-to makeup that I'm sort of use on a day-to-day basis, I just use one eyeshadow, and I will show you that in a second. I'm just going to apply a primer, and it is the Lime Crime Candy Eyed Primer, which I am loving at the moment. I have got a full review on that on my blog, so I'll put a link below in the description bar for that. So just apply that on my eyelids, blend it out. And then I just use one, like I said, I just use one eyeshadow colour, and the eyeshadow colour that I use is MAC's Woodwinked, and that's it, just here in the corner. This is my MAC palette. So I'm just going to use just a standard flat shader brush. Get it into the eyeshadow, tap it right to the lid area. I just kind of want to pat it on. I don't want to rub it on because I'll do the blending soon in a minute. So I just pat it onto my eyelid. And then to blend it out, I use a clean Ray Morris No. 7 Deluxe Precision Blending Brush, and I just, with my eyes open, look into the mirror and just put it in my crease and just do back and forward motions in my crease and just sort of blend this out. So this is really quick and really easy. Just to finish off, I'm just going to use the Ray Morris No. 12 Chiseled Shader Brush, which is just a really small brush. I'm going to go in with that eyeshadow again and just rub it underneath my lower lashes. So then just to finish the look, I'm just going to apply some black eyeliner. I don't do anything fancy. All I use the liner for is just to accentuate the base of my lashes. So I just put a really thin line as close to the base of my lashes as I can. I don't worry about doing a flick or anything fancy like that. Just for a day-to-day basis, it's just a straight line just to make my lashes look a bit fuller. So after I've done my eyeliner, I just go and curl my lashes. And this is just the MAC eyelash curler. And I apply mascara, and the mascara that I'm loving is the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Flared Mascara. Mascaras, they just need to have a really thin, short name. I'm getting a bit over these long, crazy names they're coming out with, but that's alright. And I'm going to just apply that to the top and bottom lashes. So that's that done. The next thing I do is lips, and on a regular day-to-day basis, really what I love using are the Revlon lip butters. I think they're really moisturising, and I think they have really good colour pigmentation for as well for everyday use. So the colour I'm wearing today is Pink Truffle, which is just a really nice rosy pinky sort of colour. So that's the lips finished, and that is this look done. It's a really sort of nice fresh look. It is really simple, like I said, minimal products, and I really can, when I'm not talking and faffing around, I can really do this in about 7 to 10 minutes and out the door really fast. I do like it for that reason. It's really quick and easy to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment bar below and I'll certainly get back to you. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.